Okay. Okay, good morning. This is The Secret Life of Wonder Woman. I'm Linda Todd, and we're speaking today to Maram ElHelou. Maram used to be one of my students when I was teaching in Gaza, and I am so honored that she has agreed to speak to me today. Maram still lives in Gaza, so her voice is very, very important here. We need to not just be talking about Gaza, we need to be talking with people who are still there in spite of this horrific situation. Good morning. How are you? Well, it's not morning for you, is it? It's early morning
Yeah,
for me.
afternoon.
Afternoon. And
Yeah.
first thing I want to ask you, you did tell me the reason we couldn't speak on Sunday, which was our original plan, is that there was no internet because all the Israeli warplanes in the air had knocked it out. And you told me that people were going from the south to the north. Can you please tell me more about that? Why were they going? And what happened when they tried to go?
Okay, I will tell you the two sides of the story. I just read a post that Israeli government posted that says, "Do not listen to Hamas rumors about getting from the south to the north, and don't listen to them because already a war zone and you can't go there. This war zone is where I live, where I stayed for 7 months." Okay. The reason behind this marching from the south to the north, I heard some people saying that and messages got to their mobile saying to people in Dar el Balah, which is a place in the north, in the south, telling women to move from this place, Dar el Balah, to the north. Okay. So people spread the words. Everyone talked about getting to the north. It's now there is no one could get to the north at all where I live. If I leave from the south to the north, I will never get to my home back.
Yeah.
So that's the main cause of not leaving my house, because if you just leave, you can't get back
Yeah.
anywhere, nowhere. We don't know if this situation will be continuing to 1 2 years or 5, and that's why we can't leave. It's difficult to leave everything behind and like march to the south.
Yeah.
Do you know, here in Gaza, we are formulated to people. Like, there are Gazans, there are refugees, there are farmers.
Yes.
As a Gazan, no one in my city, I'm from Gaza City, and it's the center of Gaza. So no Gazans at all. I don't have friends. I don't have family. All my family have left to Rafah. Then they traveled to Egypt. So in Eid I was alone. I
Mm.
was crying
Mm.
because I have no friends here. I have no family here. I just have my brothers and sister. Okay, it's a big blessing, but I actually it was breaking to my heart.
Mhm.
My heart was broken on the Eid because no one is here. No one
Mhm.
is in Gaza City. Every Gazans I know have left to Rafah, to the
Wow.
south, or to Egypt. So what happened on s- it is Saturday.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. What happened is people marched, and it's very dangerous to march from the south to the north. So there was a heavy airplaning in the sky,
Mhm.
and the internet connection is down everywhere. I have internet connection because I told you, we work in a hospital, and it's my dad's hospital. but actually no internet is here, no Wi-Fi. I have Wi-Fi because we did it like this week. We
Mhm.
didn't have Wi-Fi at all. We didn't have communication. We didn't have telephones. Um, Actually, my aunt was in the south. I couldn't talk to her actually
Okay.
for 4 or 5 months. They thought that we are dead.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness. Okay.
and my uncle in Egypt, he didn't know how to call us. My aunts, my two aunts, they were in Rafah. We are in the same city, but we couldn't know um, anything about others. Yani we didn't know how to to take what did they say it, to take to say if they are okay or we
Right.
are okay. We
Right.
didn't 4 months. We didn't have. We have two what شركات company, two companies in Gaza, which are Jawal and
Yeah.
Orido.
I remember
Both,
Joelle.
yes, both of them are disconnected from the first day in war. No internet. The cut down in the internet started the first hours of 7 October. And this was a big problem, because we need internet to many things, our work, and if
Yeah.
it's life now. We
Yeah.
can't cut internet.
Mm.
And I told you that what happened on Saturday. The engineer who wanted to reconnect our internet, he have to go like reach the roof, and he have to uh, climb a ladder,
Mhm.
and it's a very very high ladder. So he called the other engineer on the other tower, and he told him, I am afraid I will
Mm.
be shooting, because
Mhm. Mhm.
there were heavy, heavy airplanes in the sky. And he didn't, he was scared. He was very scared. So he went down and didn't
Mm.
complete his
Mm.
work.
Mhm.
That's it.
Wow. Wow. You can't blame him for being scared. That's a bad situation.
Yeah, everyone was scared. Like
Yeah.
my dad was in his office, and he had someone in his office. He was scared. Like, what is happening? He
Mhm.
don't know this man, so he was scared because you can't like enter strangers in the hospital.
Right.
From beginning of the from the beginning of the war, we are so like we are taking care for everyone who enters. We can't like, strangers are dangerous,
Mhm.
and we don't know who's entering and who's not entering. It's our job to take care of it.
Yeah. 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 So the hospital that you're working in, your dad's hospital, that's
It's
actually in Gaza
y-
City.
yes, it's so near to the Shifa. The Shifa hospital is away from me 1 minute walking.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I can see it from here, from the window.
Yes, you sent me a picture. Can you tell us, because we know the El Shifa Hospital, that's a major hospital. That does everything there. Tell us what you saw happen to them.
Like it happened to us and them. Every time they entered near the Shifa, they entered in our street. We were we were hiding in the -1 and -2 floors that is underground,
Right.
because they like bomb floor, every floor that is a higher floor, because
Hmm.
they are afraid from higher floors, so they bomb it. So what happened is we were besieged 3 times, and every siege is 15 days. It's 15 days of hell.
Mhm.
of hell. It's literally hell. 15 days, we thought that these 15 days are 15 years.
Wow.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes, it was very hard. Do you know when like fif- uh, airplanes bomb you and you stay in the hospital? M- I actually, my hospital was bombed near to 8 times,
Mm.
and every time we are close to that death, seconds, seconds.
Yeah.
I
And
can't describe what happened at all because it's undescribable.
yeah. And I want to make that clear what you're talking about. You're talking about a hospital being bombed. We're not
Yes,
talking about government buildings. We're talking about a hospital that treats patients. And
yes,
just for the sake of, the propaganda that we keep hearing coming out of why hospitals are being bombed, because they keep saying, Israel keeps saying that, oh, Hamas is using this and that. So tell us about your hospital.
I'm telling my personal experience, my story,
Yes.
my
Yes.
side of the story. I can
Yes.
tell you, I I can tell you that it's our job to take care who's entering the hospital.
Yes.
Hospitals are not a place or shelter for Hamas and others. In the
Yeah.
on the Jazeera, they have filmed. Dr. Marwan Abu Saada has filmed the Shifa hospital and its underground floors. They have shooting every surgical operation rooms, and they told everyone, they told the world that look, this is a place where we treat patients. It's not a military place. We can't let anyone enter. It's a sacred place. It's
Yeah.
like the church. It's like the mosque.
Yeah.
And I can't believe what a what lies, what lame lies they are. They Yeah, it's just an excuse to enter.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. So I want to ask you a couple of questions because we want to hear your voice, your perspective as well as you are a person who's living in Gaza. Um, so as working in the hospital, trying to do your work, what has it been like over these last 6 months?
I can't, like, now it's just a little better than before because, like, in the first month, people came to, they wanted like certain medicine, and I told them no,
Mm.
no, because I can't like give them this medicine, even it's it's in my hospital, but I can't give it to them. Look how harsh and pitiful this is, because you can't give this person uh, the medicine they need, and it's in
Yeah.
your hospital, because there are no doctors that I can't give her this dose on my personal
Right.
yeah, I can't give her the dose, and there are no doctors. It's a very dangerous to
Mm.
give her this dose,
Right.
and on on me, I can't handle it
Mhm.
because I can't give you. It's she was a child, and her mother
Oh.
kept crying, kept weeping, kept screaming in the hospital. She wants this medicine, and I told her no. And she
Mhm.
kept like screaming and cursing us because we have this medicine and we can't give it to her. It's very hard. Like, the first time they bombed the hospital, every doctor left except for us and a little like uh, um nurses. Some nurses left, but doctors left. The administrative left. Everyone left because they thought it's like sometimes they on roof they
Right.
put a missile missile, and it's called like
They call it
it's
knocking, don't they? As if it's
uh
somebody knocking at the door. Oh, hello. And they
it's
they do that to warn you to leave, right?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
warning missile. Yeah, it's a warning missile, and
Yeah.
it's very like it. The missile entered my parents' room, and this missile didn't get to them. They were sleeping on the bed. My mom and my father were sleeping on the bed, and this missile got from this room. I
Yeah.
can show it to you
Yeah.
from this room I am staying in, my brother's room, and entered to my father's and the mother's dressing room, and it bombed the dressing room. Is like their clothes
Yeah. Yeah.
is burned. So the funny part is my mother and father's bed is in the center of the room, and the room is very big.
Hmm.
It's a master room.
Right.
So I was eating in the kitchen, and I saw I heard it, and I couldn't like differentiate if
Hmm.
it's in my house or not, because
Right.
we are used to everything.
Hmm.
We hear the bombs, and I can describe how it's harsh to hear all those noises and bombs, and like you stay sitting in your place, and okay, I will continue eating my lunch.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
that's something that we in the West cannot understand, is that you could be eating breakfast while bombs are falling and you say, I'm going to finish my breakfast.
I'm gonna my yeah, and my mom entered out of the room, and she's trembling and saying the room
Oh,
is gone. Why are you saying what? And I couldn't like what is my mom saying?
yeah.
And my like the what they call it, the smell and the
Mm,
bomb.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the smell is very bad.
Yeah.
So I am my brothers and my sisters are in the salon.
Hmm.
So my father and my mother is entering the outside the room.
Hmm.
And after they went out, we didn't understand what are they saying, because we didn't understand that this room is the dressing room is bumped.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And for God's sakes, yeah, it's we thank God that it didn't enter from my parents' room. It entered from our brother room, then to them, because
Okay.
if it's actually entered from their room first, maybe
Hmm.
they were dead.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's a blessing.
Wow. Yes, absolutely. Um, so as a hospital, we've been hearing at the early part that hospitals were just so many patients, people in terrible condition, trying to help them, but there's nothing that can be done because there's too many injured people and too little medicine, doctors, hospital staff. What is the situation right now in your hospital? What do you see?
I will tell you, before I worked in the oncology department in the hospital.
Okay, okay.
So I dealt with cancer patients. Those cancer patients can't get any medicine since 7 months.
Oh,
And I have this medicine, but I can't give it. It's a chemotherapy medicine.
right.
I need a doctor
Yes.
who, yeah, what they call it.
Prescribe.
Yes,
Yeah.
the medicine before it's given to the patient, it has to be in the clinical. It's
Okay.
under it's under a uh, what they call it. I missed the word.
That's okay.
it's a machine under
Oh, okay. Okay.
uh, it's a
Okay.
machine where the
Yes.
doctor I give him the medicine and he has to
Right.
start doing it in some way. He's a pharmacist. He's a
Okay.
pharmacist. Before the chemotherapy, people have to. It's given in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find any oncology doctor who could do that. So from 7 months, people can't get their chemotherapy doses. So I saw them. They came to me and they have like their
Yeah.
faces are down. They have lost weight.
Hmm.
They are in terrible condition. So you are asking me about those patients, and I can't do anything.
Right.
So it's a newly we tried to give them this medicine, but in
Okay.
also terrible conditions. But
Hmm.
the hospital has many departments.
Yeah.
So now I work in maternity department.
Oh,
So every day we have new babies.
no.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
of course, milk. I distribute milk.
Okay.
I can't tell you how big problem milk is because like for 3 months we couldn't find any bottle of milk in all town, and I'm the only person who distributed milk in town. It was
Mm.
like a care here. We distributed milk for everyone, and we couldn't give all people it's their needs. we
Wow.
tried we tried very much. We tried to give everyone, but it's almost like impossible to do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We try in the situation, but it's like out of our hands.
Yes. That brings me to another question about, like you're talking about milk. We call it formula for babies. Is any of that type of thing coming into Gaza?
Okay, I told you it like was cut in Gaza for 3 months. You can't find it in the market. They were crying for a bottle of milk.
Right.
But now actually we can get it now. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's in the market. Not
Okay.
yeah, you can find it now. Now
Okay.
now it's different. So from
Okay.
7 we didn't eat any vegetables or any fruits or any chicken. But
Okay.
before yesterday we got those things. We got vegetables and fruits
Okay.
and chicken. It's a frozen chicken.
Okay.
I from the south. My father asked his friend, and a truck came with a driver,
Okay.
and we bought from there because it's much cheaper there. Here it's very expensive. It's
Mm.
very, very, very expensive. People can't get it. Before it's not there. يعني it's not there before, but it's newly here, founded in I can't tell you how it's here is very different from the south.
Hmm.
Everything is totally different. They have health care better than us. They have food better than us.
Really?
They they have hospitals better than us. It's a completely different situation. You can't compare it at all because
Uh,
here is life and there is another life.
hmm.
Yes,
And
it's a completely different lives. As
why
if
do you
you
think?
in a country and this is a country.
Okay. And what's your opinion of that? Why do you think it's like that?
Because the basic need of Israeli government is immigration. They want those people to immigrate. why didn't like flip it? Why didn't they say to people to march to the north, not to the south? Because south is Rafah border and north is Ares border, which is for them.
Right.
They told them to get to Rafah, not to Jabalia or Bet
Yeah.
Hanun,
Yeah.
because Egyptian borders is in the south and they want people to immigrate. The
Mm-hmm.
main reason for this war is immigration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you seeing that Gaza, the north part, and where you are, is it, when you look outside, is it becoming completely unlivable? Or do you think that if this war ends, it can be rebuilt? What's your view of that?
My personal vision and my
Yeah,
family's vision, it's we can't build a stone without there's really permission.
right,
We can, we can do it at all. If they didn't accept, we can.
right,
We can't build anything. They have to
right.
accept that. They have to let us get trucks
Yeah,
from areas and from they control the strip.
right,
They control it. If they didn't allow it, we will never build it again. If they
right.
allow it, we will build it.
Okay, and that's an important thing, Miriam, because a lot of people don't realize that even in Gaza, even though Israel claims Gaza is not occupied, but you know that it is because, like you just said, you can't even build a structure, a home, a business in Gaza without having a permit from the Israeli government.
I will tell you a small thing. When we
Okay,
built our hospital,
yes,
we had permissions for every little detail from them.
right,
We can get our do you know the hospital from outside? It has some it's called composite, and it's like the outer building how it
right,
looks.
yes,
We get those composites without their permission, and there is a committee that comes like for like months, like
right.
3 months, 4 months. They are checking up if those composites are not taken for any other people, and like
Ah,
yes, they
yeah,
they count them
yeah.
and they say, okay, you use them here and you use them there, and okay, there's something missing, there's not. So
Mm,
this committees are in Gaza, and they are I think there are Arabs, and they work for international committees.
okay.
Yeah, it's their permission. To do that for the Israeli government.
Wow. Your camera looks like it's frozen on my side. Hopefully that corrects itself. The next question I want to ask you is, are you seeing humanitarian aid coming in? Uh, and how is that affecting the cost of food and supplies? Thank you, that's better. And this is kind of a mixed question. This is why I sent it to you before. And if people want to donate to help people who have no money in Gaza, without uh, are the banking systems in place so that people can actually transfer money?
No banking systems are there. There are trans. There are some horrible ways not
Mhm.
banking. They take 25 percentage for money to take them out, and this is a horrible. We have a lack of money. We have lack of money because we can't like pull our money out from
Right,
anywhere.
right. Oh my
If I
goodness.
have like $100,000 in the bank, I can't get them without this commission. It's 25% and it comes out to 30%. So if I want to like take out $1,000, I will
Yeah.
give him $300. And
Wow.
this is a criminal. It's criminal.
Yep. Wow. So there's no
No
safe or
bank,
easy way.
no banks are opened. But I would like to tell you that telecommunication is now here because they got out. So Jawal is reconnected its
Okay.
telecommunication, but no Wi-Fi. Everyone has other ways, which is
Right.
called eSIM. If you heard, this eSIM works on iPhone,
Okay.
Apple, not Android, and
Oh,
you have to be in the roof because
right.
it works in some way, like you have to buy this eSIM online. So
Mm,
if Linda is in Canada and she wants me to have internet, she can send me this barcode and I will enter my barcode in settings and I will have internet. But it can't come in everywhere. I have to
mm.
be in a high place so I can get this
Wow.
internet. And it's very hard. Like my parents can't like every time go up, and it's very tiring for them to
Hmm.
go, and
Hmm.
like they want to call their sisters and brothers. I told you my family is outside. My
Hmm.
uncle is in Egypt, my aunts, everyone. So if they like want to check up on their family, they can't because they have to go to the roof and a high place to connect on this eSIM. No
Uh,
one had iPhone except me, so I
right.
had to open hotspot for my family
Right. Wow.
from fires.
Well, I am grateful that you're able to talk to me today. Um, Miriam, let me ask you, what are your hopes as a woman, as yourself, not as a person in the world, but as you, as Maram ElHelou? What are you hoping for? What are your hopes today in this situation and for your life?
My hopes are destroyed now. I
Oh,
can't I can't think of hopes. I think of food. I think of little needs. Like I told you, we can't eat anything. Sometimes we just eat man'osha, and it's like za'atar. Do you know za'atar? It's
yeah.
oregano and olive oil and bread. Sometimes we ate it for 15 days,
Wow.
and it's like we didn't have any type of food, other type
Hmm.
of food.
Hmm.
Like we have to eat this every day, and sometimes we fed up. We are normal persons. We like before 7 October. I had a life. I had a great life. It was fantastic. I had a car. I had a house. I had safe life. I had
Hmm.
friends. I met with my friends every Thursday. On
Hmm.
Friday, I drive my car and go to my friend's house. We go to the sea. We eat together. We live together. My life was fantastic. I envy myself before,
Oh,
but today it's like dramatic because I don't have any friend. They are in Egypt, and my family, my cousins, everyone are in Egypt, and I have to say how they got there by some cousins have sold their gold to get out because they don't have every person need to pay $5,000 for.
yeah.
Yes, and some cousins pay. My aunt paid over 100,000 to get her family, her kids, her
Hmm.
her sons gets kids, her
Mm-hmm.
daughter kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like
So,
everyone paid, everyone because they are entering Rafah anyway. And now if they stayed in Rafah, they will be dead.
mm,
And I have lost, yeah, we have lost like 140 of my family members here from
what?
ElHelou family. 140. And newly we had a dramatic occasion because my parents have lost their cousins, uh, and like their corpse stayed 7 days. uh,
Oh, yes, I remember when I was in Gaza, the ElHelou family, a big family, well-known family. Everybody, the ElHelou family was everywhere, involved
yes,
in business and everything.
yeah, yes, I have uncles, they have petroleum places. We are a big family, we are known
Yeah,
as family. My father is very popular here,
yeah,
everyone knows my father. My parents are known. We don't have any any political.
right.
We are away, very far from political
Yeah,
parties.
yeah, yeah. Yes, and that's something that people need to hear too. People outside, people they think of Gaza, and so many people say, well, they elected Hamas. And remind us when that election was. Remind us how old you were when that election happened and put that
uh,
into perspective for us.
yeah, but I was in grade 4. Yes, and
Yeah.
not everyone elected them, but the majority elected them.
Hmm. But you were in
Because,
grade 4.
yes,
And how many years ago was that?
come 27 now, and grade 4 is like
8,
30,
9?
maybe 10,
So it's
9.
close to 20 years ago, almost.
Yes,
And in Canada, I don't, and I think the United States, it's the law to have an election every 4 years.
yes.
So for you to not have an election in 17 to 20 years, something like this, that means that the government is not the legitimate government anymore. If that
Yeah.
happened here, that's not legitimate. You can't blame me for things my government is doing if they are breaking the law by staying in power. So
Uh,
I don't know that
if
if it might be different there.
if we like wanna compare it, we can compare it to Egypt. He's not
Right,
legitimate. He's not a legitimate president. He's taking care of this government by force. And we can
right.
talk about Bashar al-Assad. He
Yes,
destroyed Syria, and
yes,
he's taking over power. Every president in the world wanna take power for many years because they just wanna steal the
yeah,
country, and
yeah,
it's what they say, it's profits.
yes. And speaking of that, let's come back to something you said before. You said it quickly, and we didn't dig into it too much about how much people are paying to cross the border from Gaza into Egypt, $5,000 each person. Who is charging that money?
Egypt.
Egypt. So
Yes.
Egypt, who officially claims
My
to be,
my own brother,
yes,
is a medicine student in the Azhar University in Gaza.
okay,
We paid him $5,000 to cross Rafah border, and okay, Yahala. Do you know Yahala? It's the only legitimate place where you pay for, and it's for the
okay,
president, the Sisi. The
right,
Sisi.
right.
His son is the company owner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, I'm afraid I will never enter Egypt now.
But it's so tragic because people assume that Egypt, because it's a Muslim country, it should be helping Gaza. But you know that this is not the situation. You guys are really isolated and you're really stuck because your allies, I mean, where are they?
No one, the world left, all the world left Gaza alone. And we can talk about, if we want to talk about Muslim countries, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, Saudi Arabia and UAE, they are helping Zionists in medical care. UAE is allowing Zionists to be treated in their hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
They are their allies, not ours. And this
Yes.
is okay. If we want to talk about Islam, they don't have to do with Islam a little bit because they are so far from Islam. Islam,
Okay.
Islam is a religion, is a holy religion from God, like other religions. And all the religions are based on humanity, and Zionist has nothing to do with
Mm-hmm.
humanity. And if you are aiding Zionism, you're not a person,
Mm-hmm.
an occupation. They have occupied us. What do you want from us when we defend for our country? Are we defending our lives or are we defending Hamas? We are defending our lives.
That's a good point. That's very, very good. And what would you say to people who say there's no occupation? Israel's trying to help. Israel's being kind. What do you say to that from where you're sitting?
On X, the application, some minister in Israel just
Mm.
tweeted that we are peacemakers. So, on which peace are you talking about when we are bombed every day? I just like knew yesterday that my friend across my house is dead, and I knew it after like a month because I didn't know we couldn't enter our house
Right.
out of the door because and yeah, I met a neighbor and he told me, yeah, they are 35 of their family and everyone is dead, no one is left.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and I knew it like just yesterday and I said, oh my god, I didn't know that. And this her brother, I just gave him milk like a month ago.
Oh,
And yeah, he told me he's dead and my friend is dead. I used to walk her to her house when we are to when we walk to the university. We used to go together to the
yeah.
university. She's living across me.
I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
really am.
families are wept. You
Yeah.
can find the civilian.
Yeah.
You can't find like families. Some families are gone. Like you can find 80 from ElHelou family, 80 from other families, 100, 140, two
Right.
hundred. It's like a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I have another question for you. You remember, of course, uh, when I was in Gaza, that building where the American International School was, the tall building. Maybe it
Yes,
wasn't too tall. Uh, what has happened to that school and that neighborhood? Do you know?
yes. I went there and I entered it, and some people told me, where are you entering?
Mm,
Because now displaced people are staying there. And all the playground is destroyed.
Oh,
Okay, but the building is good,
okay.
but displaced people are there, and
Okay.
you can't get anyone out of there because now it's their shelter and it's their home. So no education,
Mhm.
no Ministry of Health,
Mm.
nothing is in Gaza left. And I can tell you, no one in the south have left what we lived here in the north,
Mhm.
because they were besieged, we were besieged, they didn't, we were completely destroyed.
Mhm.
They have the ability to move from Deir al-Balah to Rafah, from Nusayrat to Rafah. We can't do that. We can't do that. We don't have anywhere to go, because if we left, we can't come back. But they
Right.
have the to be moving and escaping. I
Mhm.
don't have that ability.
Mhm.
I'm not like saying that they live better conditions, but
Right.
actually, we have lived in hunger for days. Some people died here. People didn't die out of hunger here, there, but here they
Mm.
did. Some children died. They didn't have food, they didn't have nutrition.
Wow. Is there i- is there now food getting in? Like you said, there was some vegetables and some frozen chicken. Is the amount of food coming in, is that going to make a difference for the number of people that are still there
Okay,
in your area?
it's around 700,000 people are here, and
Okay.
the left have just gone.
Okay.
So any trucks entering help, any small
Okay.
trucks help. On Eid, I went to the market. It's very far away because there was a near market in the Shifa,
Hmm.
but after the destruction of the Shifa, there are no markets around. I had to go to with I can't find a taxi, but
Oh,
it's expensive. Like, I used to pay 1 shekel for the taxi. Now I have to pay five, and
wow.
it's expensive.
Hmm.
But I can handle it. I handle it. I can't tell you how expensive food is, but now it's just a little bit more better.
Okay.
Like, I can tell you that
Mm.
I bought one onion with 38 shekels.
What?
One onion. Like, and I had a picture with this onion.
I guess so. You'd want to take a picture with it. I'm just going to figure out how much that is. 38 shekels to
Yeah.
Canadian dollars. Okay, so 38 shekels to Canadian dollars, that is 14 Canadian dollars. So
Mm.
let's put that in perspective.
Well,
You paid $14 for one onion.
yeah, he gave me this onion and he told me, okay, take it. I told him, where is it? He told me this. And I was like, okay, I took it, and I was shocked. and uh, and
Wow.
my fellow, like I took a nurse with me, and she was like laughing all the way on me. How did you bought this? And
Oh,
my mother was very angry from me because I bought it.
wow. But you need an onion.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my goodness.
asked about the chocolate, and for Eid
Right.
we have in Eid we have some rituals,
Right.
special rituals. We buy chocolate, we buy ma'moul, and it's kind of dessert. We do it, we bake it, uh, but it's very expensive. Like,
Mm.
I bought ma'moul, and the kilo is 70 shekels, and I asked for chocolate. So when people get to our house, we like distribute chocolate in
Right.
Eid.
Right.
So when I asked for chocolate, it was very expensive. I didn't bought it because it's like 230 shekels for the 1 kilo.
230 shekels, that's like
It's
four.
around $100.
That's
Yes.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I didn't buy it.
No.
I prefer to not eat chocolate on Eid.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but there's something called haloum. So
Yes.
also it's very tasty. I bought it, but I didn't get chocolate.
No.
And Eid was heartbreaking for me
Yeah.
because I used to go to my aunt's at night, and my aunts are not here. I used to get out with my friends, but my friends are not here. So I kept crying all Eid,
Oh.
and that's hard on me. But it passed, though. It passed. I went to my sister's house. She's married.
Mhm. That's good. I'm glad you had somebody that you could spend some time with. It's almost time that I have to go, but I want to ask you one more question because this is the question that I have conversations about here. There are people who believe that there are no Christians in Gaza. Now, you and I both know that's not true, but what is your experience with people being friends, being neighbors, cooperating in life between Christian and Muslim? What's your experience?
In Gaza, we have neighborhoods just specified to Christians. They call it حارة المسيحيين, which is a neighbor called Christian neighborhood. And we had a church bombed, and المعمداني, do you know it?
What is it?
المعمداني, which is a hospital, and
Oh, yes,
and it has a church inside it.
yes.
The people have lost many Christians in this war.
Oh, you're breaking up. I'm losing you here a little bit. Hopefully we can get you back. Uh,
Please.
oh wait, you're coming back now. Um, oh no. Try restarting maybe. Join the room again because I can't. We've lost your sound and your picture. Well, I have your picture, but I don't have your video. Oh, okay. So I'm going to restate what. Hopefully she gets back. I'm going to restate what Maram said. In Gaza, there are neighborhoods specifically for Christians, Christian neighborhoods. So there are Christians in Gaza. They have their own areas, which is normal. There's all different neighborhoods. And oh, I think I've lost her. Okay, well, thank you very much, Maram. We will have another conversation. We will do this again. And I wanted to give you a glimpse into what is going on, how life is for Gaza. And like I said, Maram was one of my students when I was teaching at the American International School in Gaza. I was there in 2010, and she was one of my students. Now she works at her family's hospital, the ElHelou International Hospital, which has taken heavy damage, but it is still functioning. So thank you for joining me. We'll do this again. I just need to sign off. And please like my channel and subscribe to my channel because I want more of you to hear more of this. I am a Christian and I will be talking about things from a Christian perspective, and I'm also a human being, and I want to talk to you and show you the human side of what's going on in Gaza. Oh, Maram is trying to call me. Let's see if I can get her in here. Hello.
Zoom just got me out of the meeting.
That's okay. I'm just closing. We will do this again, okay?
Okay, I don't have any problem.
Okay, so I will send you a schedule. We'll talk again, and we'll have some more questions and some more answers and give you a chance to speak again.
I'm happy that it worked out and the internet didn't didn't get out.
Me too. Me too. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Ask you if you can help me with the GoFund for my cousin. I don't know if you can help me or not.
I will post it. I'll post it under this video.
Okay, and okay, thank you. It's very great. It's because he lost his work and he lost his home.
Yes. Yes. I will post the GoFundMe link under this video.
Yes, you just like you have to say it's not for me, it's for my
No,
cousin.
no, absolutely. Yes, it's for your cousin. I understand that. Okay.
I will film today his experience in war, and I will be captioning it with English titles.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay,
Yes.
Maram, I have to go because I got to get to work now. But thank you so much. Thank you for your time today.
For your time too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.